Fiercely private off-air, only an inner circle knew of David Collins' battle with pancreatic cancer. The radio veteran passed away peacefully last night. His longtime friend and on-air partner, Tanya Wilkes, by his side.
Tanya's one of those people who, she's as strong as an ox, and she's been dealing with this with her dear friend David for about 6 months since he was first diagnosed, and so she's keeping herself very, very busy handling all of the business end, but yeah, certainly she's doing it pretty tough today.
But in radio, the show must go on, and today tributes filled Newcastle's airwaves.
It's just brilliant to see all those people come out of the woodwork today and pour out their hearts to us here for David. I know he'd be very, very pleased.
Collins moved to Australia from London in 1976. His career brought him here 15 years later and sparked his partnership with Wilkes.
You don't see a bloke crying at a wedding.
No, my husband cried at ours though.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
No, it was with joy.
God, a lifetime of this. Just one.
Also, the long-time manager and friend of Peter Sterling. Their Friday morning segments were a highlight, often at Tanya's expense.
Morning, Pete.
Morning, Katie. Morning, David.
The grand final is on at 3 o'clock this
No,
evening.
5.
5 o'clock, sorry, 5 o'clock. That was me wishful thinking because I love a 3 o'clocker. But it's on at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, 3 o'clock, I think. I bet she's not bad at 5 either. Just quietly.
Over 22 years, David and Tanya became regarded as Australia's most successful breakfast team.
We've got a lot to be proud of. You know, we're the longest running and most successful breakfast team in the history of Australian radio. And no one's actually going to be able to take that away from us. That's ours until the day we die.
Sadly, that day has come. His final sign-off, best left to an old friend.
So, David, for one last time, goodbye, farewell, amen.
David Collins was 60. Stephen Mount, NBN News.
More than 1,200 Indigenous students are competing in a unique tournament at Raymond Terrace designed to increase cultural awareness and bridge gaps with law enforcement. 97 teams from 25 Aboriginal nations are competing in the Nations of Origin, organised by the police force and the PCYC. Students have to meet certain requirements in order to compete, including mandatory levels of school attendance.
You've got to have support from a local elder, and that connects the young people back to their community. And the last bit is obviously no trouble with police or school, and that way, you know, we're bringing the people who are really targeted towards achievement here.
Later tonight, the Jets fly north for the winter and their pre-season tour of the mid-north coast.
But after the break, brave police save a man and his elderly mother from a Sydney blaze.
Hey, whoa.
Sorry.
If you can see danger coming, you can stop it. At Specsavers, our optometrists can detect a range of health conditions before they become big issues. Every standard eye test includes free digital retinal photography to examine the back of your eye. So seriously, you should go to Specsavers. Book a full eye examination today.
Are you thinking al fresco and looking for something simple? Call HV Aluminium.
Looking for something special? Call HV Aluminium.
Looking for something stylish? Call HV Aluminium.
Or looking for something stunning? Call HV Aluminium and find whatever you're looking for.
Hey Jack, that was a really good flat white. Thanks, mate. Did you do something different? I don't think so. Alright, I had a little bit of help.
Introducing the new blend of Newcastle coffee. Our smoothest, most delicious blend yet. Newcastle, we're coffee people.
With reversing camera, the Toyota Yaris is clever enough to know what's behind it. Oh, what a feeling. Toyota.
Fab Essential Oils for 21 days of fab freshness.
More inclusions, more value. More choice means more holidays more often with Travel Marvel. Like a 15-day Travel Marvel Europe River cruise from Amsterdam to Budapest, stopping to discover 18 amazing villages and cities. All from just $5,495 per person. Plus, you'll fly free. All cabins, all dates. Contact Hello World Travel or Cruise Travel Centre today. Travel Marvel, travel more.
This, between the hustle of work and the chaos of home, the only alone time left. No demands, no distractions. Just equal parts quiet and breathtaking. New Mazda 6. This is quality time.
Three police officers have gone into a burning Sydney home searching for the two residents trapped inside. They managed to pull them to safety, but only in the nick of time, and the incredible effort was captured on camera.
Through thick smoke, officers emerge from the burning home. A 53-year-old man is carried onto the grass. His 83-year-old mother taken across the road.
The actions are heroic. As a command, we're extremely proud of the actions of the three officers.
The ominous flicker of flames picked up on security cameras, as was the incredible community spirit which kicked into action around 11 o'clock last night. A passing driver notices the fire, immediately swings his car around and runs towards the house. Neighbours quickly join him, but are beaten by the heat.
They were able to extinguish that fire at the front door, but unfortunately were pushed back by smoke and flames.
Then police arrive.
They smashed in, they were inside the fire, they pulled them out. Just amazing to see, to be honest. It was really, really great.
53-year-old Robert Lal is checked over on the grass. Robert, his mother and three officers treated at the scene and taken to Liverpool Hospital.
They are hero. They are the really hero and saved my family's life.
Robert has been transferred to the intensive care unit here at Concord Hospital. He is in an induced coma and receiving treatment for burns to his throat. He is, though, expected to make a full recovery. The three officers have been released from hospital and are working again tonight. Zara James, NBN News. Meanwhile, emergency crews responding to a house fire in Sydney today also faced grass fires when they arrived at the property. Firefighters tackled the blazes at Austral in the city's southwest. No other homes came under threat, but thick smoke did affect the area.
Australia has smashed a goal 22 years ahead of schedule, but it has Canberra on edge. As we race towards a population of 25 million, there are calls for the immigration intake to be slowed, but not everyone agrees.
Australia's population is booming, putting more cars on the roads and more pressure on housing.
The great bulk of population growth is actually happening in our major cities.
Last year, Australia grew by 388,000 people to 24,770,000. Births minus deaths accounted for 147,500 of that, but the biggest driver was the 240,400 in net migration. That also drives economic growth, building big businesses and small ones like Western Australia's Borello cheese.
This is a classic Australian story.
But pressure is mounting to slow the rate of growth. One senator wants an inquiry because he says bad planning has put cities under stress.
Population growth that has been poorly predicted, population growth that has been poorly planned for.
In 2002, projections showed Australia would hit 25 million people in 2042. 5 years on, the date led forward to 2027. By 2010, it was expected in a decade. Now, the population clock will tick over 25 million in early August. The permanent migration intake has come down to 160,000 this year.
So that's actually the lowest it's been in 10 years.